when we sing, when we sing,
There's a piece of paper.
we are
Names of the
one.
Shabbat.
When we sing, when we sing, when we sing, we pray twice. We sing, when we sing, when we sing, we are one. Shira Adonai, 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 la 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 la. La 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 when we sing, when we sing, when we sing, we pray twice. When we sing, when we sing, when we sing, we are one.
Shabbat Shalom. It is so wonderful to be together. There's actually a breeze, as I can tell, because I can't get the candles lit. So while I love to give this honor to other people, I don't want to embarrass anyone in not being able to light it.
Maybe it's the matches.
I think it's the wind. Let's see if I can get this one to light.
Right.
Stay lit. And
Oh.
all right, I'm not done. I haven't quite done this yet. I'm gonna drop this in. It's not, I have an idea. I even have the other thing. So once the candles are lit, nope, see, they don't stay. We still turn to page 120 in the brackets. As we watch the Rabbi.
I sing you, be gracious to one thy love. Stand with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. And we take this moment while the Cantor sings the bracha to close our eyes or cover them and think of everyone who you love in just an image. You can think of an awful lot of people in the 30 seconds of the bracha and send out healing prayers to them, prayers for strength, prayers for wellness, prayers for wholeness.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way
It's so nice to have you back. We hope that you had fun in South Carolina with your family, and we wish your mom a very happy birthday. It was a nice special one, and I know made more special because you were there. Absolutely. And Cheryl and David did a great job in your stead last week, so you're allowed to go on vacation periodically, just periodically. So we take this moment as we turn to page 127 in the brackets, and we pray responsively. There are days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share. There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted. There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others. So we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace. We turn to page 138, and on the last verse, we'll rise and turn and greet the Sabbath bride. Shabbat, and now we rise to greet the Sabbath bride. Oh, in shalom, ateret balon, gam b'simcha u'solon, tov emunei am segula. Oh, we chala, oh, we chala. Nekadodi, nekakala, b'nei Shabbat, nekavela. Nekadodi, nekakala, b'nei Shabbat, nekavela. And not only do we greet the Shabbat bride, we have new friends joining us, so that's wonderful. Page 146, the books are there are books there. We remain standing for the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Adonai, Adonai, Baruch Adonai, as we turn to page 148, and we do Roll into Dark, which incorporates the Ma'ariv Arabi.
Anyway. Roll into dark, roll into night, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Forever alive, Golem, homid nechosher, Golem, homid nechosher, bechosher midleyo. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Baruch atah Adonai Ma'ariv Aravim. We turn to page 151. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol, together. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works, the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. The Shema, page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Please be seated as we continue together with the V'ahavta on page 154. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anochi nitzavta hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha, u'vlechtecha b'derech, u'shachvecha u'chumecha, u'kshartam le'ot al-yadecha, v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha, u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha. Lama'an tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'tem kedoshim le'lohechem, ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hoseti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, lehiot lachem le'Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem. Page 157, again we pray responsibly. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and in earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets, instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did,
Singing
on the shores of the sea.
Michamocha 158.
Michamocha, Ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha, Le'elav HaKodesh, Norah Tehilot, Osei Pelech.
Yikamoha, Baelim Adonai, Yikamoha, Nedar Kodesh, no right to hero, oh say Bethlehem. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Malchutecha, Ra'umanecha, Bokeaya, Lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Zelianu, Anu ve'ameru. Adonai, Le'olam, Le'olam. Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai.
What a beautiful new melody. Who's the composer?
Josh Nelson.
Josh Nelson. Oh, we like him. Oh, we like him. So we turn to page 160. We pray together. 161. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Vishamru, page 162, which we sing with the joy of Shabbat. Oops. That's what we were all saying to ourselves.
Now it's going to be added to it. Oh well. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat le'dorot ha'berit olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat le'dorot ha'berit olam. Beini u'bein bnei Yisrael od hi le'olam, od hi le'olam. Veshamru bnei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat le'dorot ha'berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat le'dorot ha'berit olam. Ve'amashir Shabbat vayinapash, Shabbat vayinapash, Shabbat vayinapash. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם.
Page 164. Adonai tzivatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Together we rise for the Amidah, page 166.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotzeinu v'Imotzeinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor Ha'Ram, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Ha'ol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot B'imahot, U'mehiv La'imnehem, L'ma'an Shemo Ve'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham Ve'erat Sarah. Atah gibor le'elam Adonai, V'chayei ha'kol atah Rab v'Hoshia. Michael Chaim b'chesed, Michayei ha'kol b'rachamim Rabbi. Somen noviv v'rofei chomim, U'matir asurim, U'mekayem emunato, L'shem le'avar, Michamocha ba'gevurot, U'midomelach, Melech ne'im, U'mechayem, U'masmiach Yeshua, V'ne'emanach ha'chayot ba'kol. Baruch atah Adonai, Michayei ha'ol.
Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'toshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated. As we pray responsively on page 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth.
May all who struggle find rest on this day.
May all who suffer find solace.
May all who hurt find healing on this day.
May all who despair find purpose.
May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day.
And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh hashavah. On page 175, it says.
Say Adonai Eloheinu, Omcha Yisrael, U'tefilatam, Le'ahavat Yekavim. Humble prayer we seek to reach you, hoping to be heard, hearts open wide, longing to be true. Oh, let us know that you are near. Open our hearts so we may hear. Still clear voice within us all. May we be worthy in our prayer. See your presence everywhere. May we answer when you call. Yisrael, Tefilatan, Me'ahavah Tegaber. Oh, let us know that you are near, and in our hearts so we may hear the still clear voice within us all. May we be worthy in our prayer, feel your presence everywhere, and may we answer when you call. May we answer when we call. Say Adonai Elohim. Say Adonai Elohim.
The pinnacle of our service is the Amidah, and we're still in that section. But to me, this prayer, the next one, Modim Anachnu Lach, on page 176 and 77, is the pinnacle of our service. It's the moment that we offer thanks. So I invite you, as we pray together, to think of what you are grateful for on this day. And if you're on Zoom, if you could add it to the chat, it always enriches our service, and I take a look at it afterwards as we pray together. When we behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and stars that you set in place, what are we humans that you are mindful of us? We mortals that you take note of us. You made us a little less than divine, adorned with glory and majesty. You gave us dominion over your handiwork, laying the world at our feet. How majestic is your name throughout the earth. Baruch atah Adonai hatoshivka lecha na'eh lehodot. We pray for peace, page 178.
Shalom Ram, HaYisrael, HaTasim Le'olam. Shalom Ram, HaYisrael, HaTasim Le'olam. Ki atahu melech adom, Lechol HaShalom. Ki atahu melech adom, Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Ram, HaYisrael, HaTasim Le'olam. Shalom Ram, HaYisrael, HaTasim Le'olam. V'tov beinecha levarecha et amcha Yisrael. בקולנו בכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב הישראל, תשים לעולם. שלום רב הישראל, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
We take these next few moments for silent prayer. We say sometimes that praying is speaking to God, and that meditation is listening to God. So see if you can find a balance between speaking and listening in these next few moments.
The waters of Babylon. We lay down and wept for thee, Zion. We remember thee, remember thee, remember thee, Zion. By the waters of Babylon. We lay down and wept for thee, Zion. We remember thee, remember thee, remember thee, Zion. Years ago, I asked a congregant why she was sitting in the back row of the sanctuary on Friday nights and not sitting in her usual space with her friends. She explains, Rabbi, you know my dad died, and this is my time every week to cry. Knowing I'm coming to temple on Friday nights helps me get through the rest of the week without breaking down in tears every time I think of him. I can say to myself, nope, it isn't crying time. I'll have my quiet cry on Shabbat. I have shared this advice with numerous mourners over the years. Another friend tells me that once in a while she allows herself a pity party. It doesn't last more than a day, but she gives herself permission for a finite amount of time to be sad or angry or depressed, but then it ends. This is what Tisha B'Av can be for the Jewish people. A giant pity party that lasts 25 hours. To remind you, Tisha B'Av is the 9th of Av, and this year it is Saturday night, tomorrow night, and all day Sunday. It is the day on which we memorialize numerous catastrophes that occurred on that day. The first is when the spies came back from checking out the land of Canaan and said it wasn't fit for the Israelites. The most famous and notable are the destruction of the first temple in 586 BCE, which led to the Babylonian exile, and the beautiful song that the Cantor just sang. We laid down and wept by the waters of Babylon because we were there. And then the destruction of the second temple in 70 CE, of the expulsion from England in the 1200s, of the expulsion from Spain in 1492, and of several horrors of the Shoah that specifically occurred, and I learned recently were happened on that day because the Nazis knew it would be Tisha B'Av to inflict even more psychological horror to go along with the physical horror. Traditionally, we read Lamentations, Jeremiah, Job, the difficult, depressing parts of the Tanakh, because Torah study in general is joyous and uplifting.
but those three books have parts that we can read. We fast, like Yom Kippur, no food or water. We don't bathe, we don't wear perfumes or ointments. We don't have sex, we don't wear leather. And we don't sit on comfortable chairs. We suffer to remember mornings. In Laura E. Atkins' article on how to be sad on Tisha B'Av that was in the foreword this week, she comments on Orthodox observance and says that too often we follow these strictures, yet we ignore the point, the larger point, yet we ignore the larger point. But for most of us, we don't do any of these things, and we ignore the day completely. So tonight, I'm going to suggest ways we can reclaim its meaning. It is hard to sit in sadness, and that's what Tisha B'Av asks us to do, to feel the pain of centuries of destruction, of persecution toward the Jewish people, and to bring it closer to home. It's hard to feel the pain and loss of this past year and a half. As a matter of fact, I have given many sermons and many personal pep talks, encouraging myself and you to look for the silver linings, to find the kernels that can give us hope during the tragedies and difficulties of COVID. And this is generally a healthy, productive way to live one's life, to find hope even in the darkness. But Tisha B'Av reminds us we need moments just to feel, to go into those uncomfortable, dark places, to sit with them, not to over-intellectualize them, but to feel them in our kishkas. I think our kishkas are here, not here, but to feel them. So many moments in Jewish history actually remind us of this. A Jewish wedding, we break the glass to remind us there's still suffering in the world. And there are traditions in the Talmud that when we build a house, we're supposed to leave a little bit unfinished. When we serve a festive meal, we're supposed to leave one thing off the menu. And when we get dressed up for a festive occasion, we're supposed to not wear one piece of clothing or jewelry. That must be why my grandmother always forgot the Jell-O mold, and it spent the meal in the refrigerator. All these traditions give us a way to balance living and mourning, to balance mourning and living. So I am here to encourage you today to take 25 hours, 1,500 minutes out of your year, out of your whole year, to feel some of this pain, to just sit with it, not to distract ourselves with entertainment or food or drink, but to just sit. If that sounds like too much time, I have another alternative. A custom has developed in more modern times in the last 73 years, that because we have the state of Israel, we can return to Jerusalem, that the fast shouldn't be the full 25 hours. It should only be a partial fast. So around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the customs of fasting and abstaining can stop. I guess that means at 2 o'clock you can have sex. But it's our way of recognizing there's a sovereign state of Israel that we can go to, we can visit, and that we don't have to mourn completely. So I encourage you to set aside some time during that 18-hour period, maybe once on Saturday night for a little bit, when you wake up on Sunday morning, and then again before you end the day, to just sit like you were sitting in meditation, and to allow yourselves to feel some of the things that we push away. Give yourself an opportunity to dwell in the sadness and pain of life, knowing that it's a finite amount of time, to acknowledge the misfortunes and hardships. This is a time to listen to your soul, not your mind, not just to feel, not to intellectualize. something I find very challenging. Atkins gives us some suggestions of things to do. To journal our feelings during that time, to write them down. To ask why. Why is there all this horror in the world? Why is there suffering? Why has there been the pain of COVID? And then accept that you don't have to know why to grow stronger or wiser or more empathetic from the experience itself. And she suggests, get angry with God. Anger is part of how we process pain. The infinite creator of the universe can handle your anger. After you go into the pain, you will also be giving yourself the opportunity to emerge from this darkness into a place of light, into a renewed appreciation for survival, a renewed ability to feel joy and to savor life. It turns out that Jewish survival is connected to these moments of near destruction. After the temple was destroyed, the first temple, we created the Tanakh. After the second temple was destroyed, we created Rabbinic Judaism. The Zohar grew out of periods of darkness, the mystical book of light. Zionism came out of the rejection of the other nations that were embracing nationalism, rejection of the Jewish people as not part of the nation. And we know that Israel came out of the ashes of the Shoah. Rabbi Ed Feinstein puts it this way: it is not the 9th of Av, Tisha B'Av, but the 10th of Av, Asar B'Av, when our creativity and survival instincts emerge and we are resurrected from within. So don't be afraid of the darkness. Give it a place in your soul. Have a Jewish pity party, a real, deep, gut-wrenching one, and then rise up, ready to create and innovate. Be fully present in the world and share your light with others. Can you hear that song? Return to page 586 for the Alein. Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon ha'kol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים וקוראים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. היום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
We remain standing as we turn to page 598 for the Mourner's Kaddish. And on this Shabbat, we remember those who were in a period of Emunah, Jerry Pindus, a family friend of mine, and those for whom we are in the period of Shloshim, Norman Kreit, father of Alan Kreit, Ruth Kleinberger, father of Cece Goldberg and father of Lori, Rita Kunkel, wife of Bill Kunkel, Stephen Burstein, father of Elisa Shaver, and Cliff Aaron's brother of Cindy Boxer. And we remember those whose yurtzites fall at this season, Leonard Aronson, Marilyn Berger, Renee Blau, Saul Brook, James Grossflam, Robert Guggenheim, Bernard Hoffman, Sidney Kaplan, Stephen Kaplan, Shirley Carmen, Isadora Kowalski, Matthew Levy, Alex Lindauer, Milton Melman, Barbara Milrod, Bernard Morgenstern, Ann Patterson, Doris Pearl, Jacob H. Raphael, Ken Rasnick, Anita Solomon, Erin Tenenbaum, and Anna Wiener. Is there anyone else that you are saying Kaddish for this evening? So we turn again to page 598, love and memory. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, v'yama divrach pirtei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chaye chon v'yamei chon v'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'gala v'zman kariv v'yuru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishabach v'yitfa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei kudashah, b'rifu. Leila mikol v'yarhata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata. Damiram v'yama v'yimuru, amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yalko Yisrael v'yimuru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'yalko Yisrael. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say, Amen. We remain standing as we turn to the joy of Kiddush, another moment of holiness, and we join with the Cantor on page 123. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei puri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'atzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho, b'ahava u'b'ratzon v'tilanu. Zikaron ma'aseh Bereshit, kitu yom tefilah v'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher yetziat Mitzrayim. Kilbanu b'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim. Shabbat kodesh be'ahava u'b'ratzon inchatanu. Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh hashabat. Amen. L'chaim. L'chaim. Please be seated. We turn now to page 371 for prayers of healing. We offer prayers for Sina Bielo, Moshe Bennett, Shirley Axelberg, Jennifer Vanderbilt, and Esther Salzar, friends of the Rabin family, Esther Sklar, and Chaya Roiza. For Barbara Stern, cousin of Lynn Levine, for Ivy Palmer, for Ronnie Baldwin, for Michael Wagner, for Brian Golden, for Carolyn Gould, for Whitney Aronson, for Robin Baumgarten, for David Leinhardt, for Marvin Schiff, for Nina Honig, for Saul Adams, for Bill Karasik, for Linda Walters, for Jock Labros, for Mickey Plass, for Doreen Penchik, for Phyllis Belford, and for the many other people on our Mishaberak list. And who are you offering prayers of healing for today? If you're on Zoom, please put them in the chat. Barbara?
Oh, my sister Diane Trask,
Oh, okay, I hope she feels better. Judy?
Joni Spielberg, and Karen Adler,
Thank you. Mary?
Margot Nelson,
Thank you. Jack?
Heidi Sosnick.
Thank you. Phyllis?
Rachel Duffy,
Thank you.
Gilbert,
Thank you. And while we're praying, I want to take a look at the names you put in the chat as well. Page 371.
May the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to take our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Yishabera, Imotenu, Mikor Abraham, bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Amen, amen. Refuah shlema, a complete and speedy healing to all those we named, for all those you're holding in your hearts. To anyone here who's in need of some healing, and then to everyone that we sent our prayers out to. We also like to celebrate together, so I am thrilled that Phyllis Finkelstein joined us for a blessing for her 1-year anniversary of being at Temple Beth Torah. So Mazal Tov and welcome, welcome. And her first service in person. So strange, but we're so delighted. And do we have any birthdays or anniversaries? You can put them in the chat as well if I see them.
August 1st.
Oh, Lori Kick, happy almost birthday. Happy birthday. My parents had an anniversary this week, so that was lovely. And we know Cantor's mom had her birthday last week. Any other good things? So we just need a wonderful shehechiyah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Amen.
Mazel tov. And if you want to make sure we recognize you, just call the office during the week and they'll highlight it for me. So I'll know you're going to be here on Zoom or in person so we can offer blessings. And the same, a little bit different on the Mishaberak list. If you call the office, we can add it to the list. Or if somebody's gotten better that you put on the list a little while ago, you can let us know that as well. And we'll take them off hopefully for a long time. Brian Goldstein is joining us on Zoom, so I'm going to swing the microphone around. So, oops, you guys really can't see it, but I think Brian, I'll just move this.
I am here.
Wonderful. And I think you should be going to, okay. Brian, President of Temple Beth Torah.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom, everybody in the courtyard and everybody streaming through our couple of different options. I hope you're all well. Thank you, Cantor, for your beautiful song. Hello, everybody over there. And thank you for Rabbi for your inspirational words. I I'm going to struggle having a pity party as I'm slumming it here in Fire Island on the beaches, but I will do my best.
Just don't sit in a comfortable chair.
Exactly. I'll get a little bit of a sunburn, so I feel the pain. As for announcements, the TBT sharing table, though it's doing fantastically, we do need some volunteers to help open and close, and donations specifically of breakfast cereal, toiletries, toilet paper, paper towels, cleaning supplies, and large storage bins. So,
Brian, can I add that? We
Please.
really need toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, and soap.
And thank you, Mary, for all of your tireless effort, making sure that that works. Please, everybody, help out if you can.
We're also trying to give people like a bag, a nice shopping bag to take whatever they're taking with that they can use on other occasions. So if you're like me and you have a surplus in your house, you could bring some and we'll be able to then give them their things with a little more panache.
But Mary, I thought of you. The concept is beautiful and so noble. So on Fire Island, when I was walking around, there's a little box with books in it that says, leave a book, take a book. So similar philosophy to the sharing table, just with some reading material. Wyandanch Camp sponsorships is still available. Go to our website and see how you can help out there. The backpack drive is also going on right now. Also visit the website for details, and donations need to be dropped off by August 10th, and the packing will be on August 17th. As for some events coming up, tomorrow morning, the 17th, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. is Torah study. Sunday, the 18th at 10 a.m., walk and talk group. Monday, the 19th is, first of all, it's the last day to order Shabbat dinner for the 23rd, where we have dinner. Dinner, by the way, if you're in the class of pledging over sustaining amount for our commitment to giving, then the dinner will be provided by the temple. 6:30 Monday night is budget and finance meeting. 7 o'clock is a snooze group.
Also at 7 o'clock is a opportunity to plan the village that we're working on with Dix Hills Jewish Center for people, active older adults between 60 and 80, to see what some of the groups that are coalescing and forming to do stuff together. So it's at Dix Hills Jewish Center at 7 o'clock on Monday night.
Great, thank you, Rabbi. Tuesday, July 20th at 10 a.m., Jewish Tangents. Wednesday, the 21st at 7 p.m., Engagement Committee. Friday, so next Friday in the morning, 10:15 is Torah Yoga, and then Shabbat dinner pickup will start at 4:30. Services will be at 7. There will be an in-person dinner prior to services for those that choose to do that, or you can pick up and bring home if you choose to join in that way. And then mark your calendars, circle in some permanent marker, Thursday, August 12th at 7 p.m. in our back lawn, our own very own Cantor Appelbaum's concert, music air,
Show you.
with some guest artists. I believe all of the guest artists are temple members, yes?
Most of the guest artists are temple members. There are a few professional musicians.
So almost all of the artists that join the Cantor will be temple members, which is fantastic. It's going to be an awesome event. Save the date, join us. And that would be it. Shabbat Shalom, all stay safe.
Shabbat Shalom, Brian. Thank you. And Cantor, we conclude this evening with Adonai, Asher Malach, Terefon, it's in Iran, Lehet Nasa, Amen Sohor,
נקרא, ואחרי כתלות הכל, לבדו יבלוט נורא, והוא היה, והוא עובר, והוא יהיה בציפור. I don't know that my ship will have a telephone to never be in the summer, no for all the summer that she money from. Yeah, I didn't know the cold, if I told you no, Rabbi, who I am, who we had a deep, I don't know that my ship will have a telephone to never in the summer, no for all the summer that she money from. Yeah, I didn't know the cold, if I told you no, Rabbi, who I am, who I am, בציפור. והוא היה והוא עובר בתפארה.
Please rise. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our mothers and father. Allow us to feel your love even in moments of darkness, and allow us to always come out and see the light. And let us say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Rabbi, are we having now services?
Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah.
Facebook world.
Beautiful.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hello.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. It's great to see everybody. Thanks for being
Bye.
here.